very soon. I've just started. I've just started the live stream, so you guys can watch it later. Let me mute everyone, and then we can stop.
Okay. Yeah.
Perfect. All right. So, what I'm planning to do today is maybe do a recap of some of QR questions, but then also finish the abstract reasoning questions from last week's Zoom class. Yeah, so the abstract, reasoning as well. Okay. All right, so let's get started. Okay. So last week, can someone remind me which question did we finish off at?
16. We finished off at question 16.
Question 16. Okay. Let's continue from there then. All right, so starting off at 17. Okay. Hopefully yeah. And then just give me one more second. Okay, perfect. So question number 17, we have this shape here. Again, so this is a grid question. And as you guys, if you guys remember from before, usually these grid questions, we either go across or down. So let's try that out. Now, in this question, we have a number of dots that's changing in numbers. And if you were to write that out, so in here we have 4 dots, 5 dots, 6 dots, 3 dots, 4 dots, 5 dots, 2 dots, 4 dots. So there should be 3 dots here. So it's just increasing in the number of dots each time. Now that kind of helps us in the sense that we can get rid of C, but it's either B, A, B, or D. From there, let's figure out, if there's anything else that we can spot. Now, the first thing we can notice straight away is that there is, in each of the image, there is one section where there's only a single dot, and then another section where there is multiple dots in there at the same time. So for example, in here, we have 1 dot, 3 dots, 1 dot, 4 dots, 1 dot, 5 dot. So knowing that, once we know that, we can then work backward and maybe see if we can find a pattern for how whether these dots are moving in a specific time. So in this question, if we were to map out where the individual dot is moving, so let me map it out. Starts off here, goes here, and goes here. So from 1 to 2, what's the movement there? Anyone? +3. And then 2 to 3, it is +3. In the second row, let's see if the same pattern continues. One dot starts off here, then it goes here, and then it goes here. So it goes +3, +3, right? And then in the final row, we know that in the first image, the 1 dot, we don't know which one it is. But in the last image, it's here. So I'm going to do that as 3. So if you go backwards 1, 2, 3, second image, it should be there. And in the third image, it's 1, 2, 3, image 1. So that code goes there, and it should be in the top left corner. So we know that the answer can't be A, because this individual dot has to be in the top left. All right. I'll give you about 30 seconds to write this down. And then after you write this down, I'm going to rub it out and then draw the pattern for the multiple dots, how the other dots move. All right, so I'm gonna rub this out. Now, oops, rub this part out. Now, the other multiple dots, again, we can assume that they can go in 8 possible locations. So the multiple dots in the top row starts off here 1, then it goes here in 2, and then it goes here in 3. So it's a simple +1, +1 pattern. In the second row, the multiple dot starts off here, it goes here, and then it goes here 3. It goes 1, 1 each time. And in the bottom row, we know that the multiple dots is here 1, then it has to be 2, and then it has to be 3 there. So the multiple dots has to be in the bottom right, and the answer is B for question number 17. Question number 18. Again, when you see a question like question number 18, you should in your head realize that this should be, this could be a stacking question, because we've done a very similar style question multiple times before. So you should, straight away think, oh yeah, this has to be one of those overlapping sort of questions. So let's take a look, down the row. The top line. So these two overlap. Oh, they disappear. There's a bottom line here, no bottom line here, it appears. Middle line, no middle line appears. So anything that overlaps disappears. Anything that doesn't overlap disappears. Sorry, anything that overlaps disappears. Anything that doesn't overlap stays, right? Let's check that out for the third row. A line here, no line here, lines there. Line here, no line here, line here. A line in the middle, no line in the middle, there's a line in the middle. So using that logic, we started off with a line at the top. And then we don't know what's in the middle, but there is still a line in the bottom image. So what does that mean, Patra? If there's a line in the top row and the line still stays here, what does it tell us? Is there a line up here? Did I catch you off guard? Okay. Well, so basically, it means that there can't be a line at the top, because if there is a line up here, then this top line and this line will overlap and then disappear. So we know that it can't be A, right? Oops, I already gave you the answer. And we know that it can't be B, and we know it can't be D. Well, that helps us so much. But I'll prove the rest of you. There's a line in the middle. There's no line in the middle, so there has to be a line in the middle. There's a line at the bottom. There's no line at the bottom here, so there has to be a line here. And the only one that fits all that categories is C. So 18 is an overlap or stacking question. Question number 19, it's your Roman numerals. It is, you write down what the Roman numerals stand for. So you have 2, 3, 6, 4, 5, 20. What's the pattern? 2 times 3, 6. 4 times 5, 20. So what times 7 gives you 42? And the answer is 6, which is D. 6. 6 times 7. Gives you that. Question number 20. Question number 20 is a classic colors question. The color is going through the different locations. And luckily for you, I've drawn a beautiful diagram here already at the bottom that shows you how the colors move. So actually, I'll rub it out and then do it again to explain it. Excuse me. All right. So here are my shapes. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to fill it out. Okay. So we're going to start off by focusing on this black here. The black starts off at the top left. So it starts off 1, then it goes here 2, and then it goes here 3, and then it goes here 4. Okay. So once it reaches this bottom part, we don't know what's going to happen next. So to figure that out, let's focus on this gray that starts off here and see how this gray is moving in the next few images. So the gray starts off here and goes to it goes to this circle here, goes up like there. So 5, and then from 5, it goes 6, and then from there, we don't know. So again, let's look at the striped in the second image to figure out what the colors do from there. It starts off there, goes up to the top 7, and then it goes all the way to the left again. So the pattern is essentially, it starts off here, goes all the way down, goes back up, and then goes around. It's going through, in this sort of movement, these sort of locations. So with that information, let's figure out how the colors move in the next image. Starting off with the black, we know the black is in the bottom position here, and from there, we know it has to go there, right? From 4 to 5 there. So the answer can't be B, but it can be A, C, or D. Next, let's take a look at the stripes. Let's see how the stripes are moving. So the stripes is in this top left position. So we know from there, it has to go to this circle here. So 1 to 2. And based off that, we know it can't be A, we know it can't be C, and it has to be D. You guys understand? Easy.
Yes. Yes.
Question number 21. So question number 21, let's start off by drawing out how the arrow is moving. Arrow starts off facing here, goes here, and then it goes here. So +1, +2. In the middle row, the arrow, let's see if I can make this smaller. All right, in the middle row, the arrow starts off here 1, goes here 2, and then based on what we know, it should be 3 in the bottom right. So the answer has to be C or B. C or B. And the next pattern is actually a hard one, and that is how the stars are moving. If you take a look at the image, in the first image to the second image, there's only one star that moved, and that is this bottom right star. And the pattern is essentially wherever the arrow points, the next image, the stars there will change. So arrows pointing here, so star change there. Arrows pointing to the right, so these 2 stars will change. Arrow points to the left, so that means these 2 stars will change in the next image. And they did. So arrow points here, so that means all the stars should stay exactly the same, except for the bottom left, which should turn into this. And the answer that makes sense for that is C. Question number 22. Question number 22 we have a white line that goes +1, +2, +3. So the white line goes +3, and then it goes from here, it goes 1, 2, 3, again +3, and then it goes 1, 2, 3, again +3, and then it should go 1, 2, 3. So that means the white line has to be in this position, and we can cancel out option C, and that's it, right? Only option C. Then let's look at how the blank line moves. The blank line is here. So it goes +1, +2 to this position. From there, it goes 1, 2 to this position. And then from here, 1, 2 to this position. And it should go 1, 2 to this position. And the answer is A. None of these make sense. Only A works. All right, I can see you have your hand up. Do you want to send your question to the chat, and then I'll take a look at it?
Yes.
Question number 23. This question, again, it's back to the color question that we did. I'll just write down, and then the blank, the pattern is +2, +2, +2. 23. 23, once again, it's it's a color sequence where the colors are moving around. So let's draw out how these shapes should look like. Let's see if we can. Okay. So a color will, so let's focus on the, and then we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. The gray starts off on the left here, 1. Then it went to the background, 2. Then it went to the top, 3. And then it went to the right, 4. And then let's focus on the black, which is on the right. The black went down here, 5. And then it goes back up here. So the pattern, where the colors move, is that it starts off here, it goes to the background, goes to here, 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 and back to 1. So it's moving around like this. So Theo, you said you don't understand the blank space thing. Could you explain to me, like what do you mean by you don't understand the blank space thing? So the blank moves +2. So if it starts off here, it goes 1, 2 to this position. Then it goes 1, 2 to this position. And then it goes 1, 2 to this position. And then it goes 1, 2, and to this position, which is in A. Do you understand? Okay, awesome. So back to this question, just to recap, the colors start off here and it goes to the background, top image here, here, and all the way around. So based off that, let's take a look at how the color should move. From the background here, the black should go to the top arrow. So it should go from here to the top arrow. So that cancels out D. Then let's look at gray. Gray should go from this right-hand side to the bottom. So it should go to the bottom. And the only answer that makes sense for that is A. Question number 25. Sorry, 24. So 24, let's take, well, let's start with the easy one. The easy one. So easy with. Starting off with the arrow, it goes, let's see how the arrows move. It starts off here 1, then it goes here 2, and then it goes here 3. So it's going +1, +1. In the middle row, it starts off here 1, goes here 2, goes here 3, +1, +1. And in the bottom row, it starts off here 1, it goes here 2, and then it should go here 3, facing the bottom right. So it can't be A, and it can't be D, has to be C or B, right? C or B. So that's the pattern for the arrow. Now the colors itself, let's see how they are moving. Starting off with the black, we can see the black went 1, 2, 3, 4, plus 4, and then it went plus 1, 2 to here, right? So the black went, so far it went, black went plus 4, plus 2. The next image, 1, 2, 3, 4, plus 4, and then 1, 2. So that makes sense. So in the bottom row, it should go 1, 2, 3, 4, and it should go 1, 2, plus 2. So that doesn't help us for black. So let's do gray now. The gray goes plus 1, 2, 3, plus 3, and then it goes back minus 1. The gray goes 1, 2, 3, and it goes back minus 1, right? So finally, the gray went 1, 2, 3, and it should go minus 1, and in this position, which makes it option C, not B. So I'll just zoom out if anyone wants to take a screenshot. I don't think this screenshot itself will be that useful, but I know a lot of you wanted to take screenshots, so okay, you can take that. All right. Let's take a look at 25 now. So 25, the arrows itself, the diamonds itself are fairly straightforward. Basically, the diamonds, they go to the top, to the bottom, to the top. Bottom, top, and it should be at the bottom. So the diamond should be the left bottom hand side. So it can't be A, and it can't be B. It has to be C or D. And the smiley faces, essentially, there should be one smiley in each corner. So if you were to take a look, if I were to bring this smiley, it will be at the top here. And if I were to bring this smiley, it'll be here. So one smiley in each corner. This smiley, top left. This smiley, bottom left. So far we have one on the top left, one on the bottom right. So we need a smiley in top right, and then the bottom right. So the answer is D. So for smiley in each. All right. Question number 26 is very similar to two questions you've done in the last week of abstract reasoning. The pattern is where there's only one color that goes always across, there's only one color that always goes down in each row, and again, one color that's always going across like this. So starting off with going across, as you can see, the color that goes across here is the check mark. And the check mark went plus 1, 2 to here, 1, 2 to here. Okay, so it went across plus 2. In the next row, the color that went across is black, so it went 1, 2 to here, 1, 2 to here. So the color went across is plus 2. And finally, in the bottom row, we have the white dots. So far we know it goes plus 2, so it should go 1, 2 to here. The white dots should be here, and it should go 1, 2. So the answer should have white dots in the top right corner, which cancels out A and B. So it has to be C or D. Now, looking at the colors going down the column, let's look at the only color is gray. And the gray just goes plus 1 to here, plus 1 to here. In this, the only color that's going down the column is the stripe. So it goes plus 1 to here, plus 1 to here. So finally, in the middle column, the only color that's going down is the striped. So it goes plus 1 to here, and it should go plus 1 to the very top. And the answer is C. Question number 27. Oh, 27 was such a hard question. It's so hard. Because you have so many things, and then as you're looking across, you will see that they're all in random order. So this question, whenever you get something where it's moving in random order, what you should do is see if there's any consistency. And in question 27, you'll notice that let's draw it out, that there, that there is a consistency in the different locations the objects can go to. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 locations, right? So let's fill it in. So I'm going to choose a random object, and in what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose the star, and I'm going to go look across. So the star starts off here 1, then it goes here 2, and then it goes here 3. Then I'm going to go back to the first image and look at what's in the middle, because we finished in the middle, right? The diamond. The diamond goes from the middle to the top left, and then it goes to the bottom right. And then from the bottom right shape is a circle. The circle goes to the top, and then it continues the pattern. Awesome. So that we were able to figure out the pattern for the shapes. So it goes in this pattern. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, like that. It's a very, very weird pattern. So in the bottom row, we know that from the middle, this middle box, this square has to go from 3 to here 4. So there should be a square at the top left. So we can cancel out C and cancel out D. And then taking a look at the cloud should go from here to this bottom right position. And that means we can cancel out B, and we're left with A. Do you guys understand?
Yes.
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 Okay. Question number 28. Let's see if we can figure out the pattern. So firstly, one thing that's making our life hard is this gray goes missing, comes back, goes missing, and then you would assume it should come back again. So it should be B or D. But let's figure it out. Let's see if you can see some sort of, okay. Someone said they don't understand 27. So do you understand how this map works? Do you understand how we got this sequence or this order?
No.
So we got it by looking at one random shape in the first image, and then we went from there, right? So for example, in the first image, we chose a star, and that's why we have 1 here. And the star went from this position to this bottom left. So we said it's 2. From here, it went to the middle. So we said it's 3. And then it stops there. But then to help us continue, I mean, luckily for you guys, one good thing is this is the exact same as this. So we can continue in this way. But imagine if it wasn't like that. Then you go back to the first image. In the first image, the middle shape is a square here. And then from this position, it goes to the top left. So 4. And from this position, it goes to the bottom right, 5. Do you understand now how we got the map?
I got it now. Thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm assuming you also don't understand this question, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you understand how the map works as well?
Yeah. No, I don't get it.
So what did you understand from what I just went through?
I understood how the star goes, but I don't get it. Like, why does it go in that pattern? Can't it go like in another one?
I mean, it could. So it's like anything can go in any way. It's just that this is how the question's been made. So in this question, this is the pattern that the question maker has decided for it to follow. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yeah. So from there, Melina and Sia, basically you look at this middle image. And we know that this last box should be followed from this image, right? So let's look at the different shapes, starting off with the square. The square is in the 3rd position here. From there, it should go to the 4th position, correct? And another way to look at it is this image is the exact same as this image. From here, what happened next? The square went to the top left, so it has to be A or B. And then what happened next? And then the cloud went from here, it went to the bottom right. And the only one that makes sense is A. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, so 28, it is a bit more challenging just because, yeah, the gray goes in and out. So you could think that the gray is here and, sorry, the gray is here and here. But let's do the easy parts first. So that's like, that should be how you should think about all the gate question. Do the easy ones first. Starting off with this 1, 2, 3, 4. So +1, +2, +3, and then it should be +1, 2, 3, 4. So back to the original image. Sorry. Oh, sorry. I messed up. 1, 2, 3, 4. So back to here, this position. So the white star is going +1, +2, +3, +4. And it should be in the top right corner. So it should be C or D. Now, I don't know whether A is blocking it. So I don't know yet. So I'm going to cancel out B, but we'll leave A as a maybe. Then let's take a look at how the lines move. Now, the lines, by the looks of it, we would have thought that it was basically these, these triangles that are going around. But then in the last image, they're no longer triangles. They're basically these extended out lines. So what that tells me was that there were never triangles to begin with. There were individual lines. And the pattern to follow is this. So this is the green line. This is the green line. This is the green line. This is the green line here. Actually, to make visibility easier, let's try it another color. This is the yellow line, yellow line, yellow line, yellow line. This should be a very, very easy pattern to follow. Up, down, up, down. Next one should be up, correct? So we know for sure that it can't be A. From there, let's follow how the blue line moves. It goes from there to there to there to there. So I'm going to draw my map. Starts off 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 to 2, actually, and then since we didn't use the middle sides, we're going to get rid of that. 1 to 2 is +1. 2 to 3, +2. 3 to 4, +3. Next one should be +4. And it should finish off at the bottom left. Answer is C. Someone asked me a very good question. How do you know if it's the yellow line or the blue line? And I'll give you a very honest answer. I didn't know that by looking at the answer key. I was able to figure this out because when you do abstract reasoning questions, like when you do like so many abstract reasoning questions, you start to just see the pattern straight away. Like it's just something that happens, right? It's like when like there's like okay doctors and there's like incredible doctors. Incredible doctors can like just look at a patient and then read the clues and are able to see what's wrong with them. So for example, there's one time I went to see this doctor for like a jaw pain. I had a jaw pain and it hurt. And as soon as I walked into the doctor's clinic, this doctor looked at me and straight away said, "You have allergies, correct?" And I was like, "How did you know that?" And this doctor said, "Well, your bottom teeth, they're not perfectly in line. And that means you breathe through your mouth. But when you came in, I noticed you're not breathing through your mouth, which means that you're breathing through your mouth at night, which means that your nose will be blocked at night, which could mean that you have dust allergies." And I was like, okay, either that's like a magic trick or like that was so smart. That was really cool. Similarly, when you do anything for a long enough time, you start to see these patterns. And when you look at, for example, question number 28 or any abstract reasoning question, there should always be like in 28, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 different things that are moving around. You have a gray star, a white star, and 2 lines, right? And when you have 4 different things that are moving around, the problem is you have to have one of the patterns that has to be easy. It has to be a very basic pattern, right? And when you look at this question and you want to figure out what the basic pattern is, you should see that there's always a line at the top, one at the bottom, one at the top, one at the bottom. And that would make you assume that it has to be the same line. That has to be the line that's going around. And then you also notice that there's always one line in the corner, in the corner, in the corner, in the corner. And that has to be another line. Do you understand, Mahi?
Yes.
Mahi? Yeah. Yeah, good girl. So basically, yeah, so when you do abstract reasoning questions, when you do these like questions where you have so many different things moving around at the same time, one of them has to have an easy or basic pattern. And you should look for that and find that, and then you can figure out the rest. Even with, for example, even when you have, let's say, question number like 29, right? Where you have two petals that look the same color, how do you figure it out? One of them has to be a very simple pattern, which is usually +1, +1, +1. And then that's exactly what it is. Isabel asked me what's the pattern for the orange line. The orange line, it just goes up, down, up, down, up, down. Do you understand, Isabel? Isabel? Okay. Question number 29. So in 29, we have four, let's see how many locations. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 locations, because we know that one of this black line went into the background. Now, remember, Mahi, as I mentioned, you should have one color that goes, has to have an easy pattern. 1 second.
Yeah.
1 second. This boy is just messing around. Okay. So, you know how I mentioned that, yeah, one has to be an easy pattern. Now, what's the easiest pattern that you know, Mahi?
Are you talking about like question 29?
Like, just in general, what's like the easiest pattern that you've seen in, like, always, the most big one?
The basic one that I've seen is like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Isn't there an even more simple one?
I don't know.
What about this one?
Oh yeah.
+1, +1, +1, +1, right? So
Yeah.
that one is like the most basic pattern. And then in question number 29, you should look whether one of them follows that pattern. So this petal does follow that pattern. It goes here, +1, here, +1, and next it should go +1 to this bottom right one here. Do you understand? And
Yeah.
that tells us that the answer has to be C, D, A, or B. Wow, that doesn't help us much. Now, straight away, we know it can't be A or B because there's only two black colors, two black colors, two black colors, two black colors at any given time. And in A and B, there's three. So it has to be C or D. Now, the other color, it starts off at the bottom right. It goes 1, 2 to the background, then 1, 2 to here, 1, 2 to this position overlapping it, and then 1, 2 to the very bottom. And the answer has to be C. So to make your life easier, I'll just call this 1, and then I'll call this color 2. 2 is going +2, +2, +2, and then 1 is going +1, +1, +1. All right, question number 3. It looks very hard, but it's actually a very easy question. It is 3 black dots, 4 black dots, 5 black dots, 6 black dots, 7 black dots. Easy as pie. Yeah. Question number 31. Again, we've done very similar questions so many times before. The pattern is essentially overlapping. Left plus left cancels out. Nothing, something stays here. Something, nothing stays. Not something, nothing stays. So based off that, there's a circle here. There's no circle here. What does that mean? It means that there has to be a circle in the bottom left. There's a circle here. There's no circle here. That means there has to be a circle here. There's a circle here. There's no circle here. That means there has to be a circle here. There's a circle here. There's no circle in this position. So that means there has to be a circle here. And the answer is, oh dear, none of the answers make sense. Would it be going downwards? Is that the pattern? Yes, it is. So the pattern makes sense downwards. Okay, we got fooled into thinking it's going across. Let's look down the column. So circle here, cancels out. No circle here, stays. Circle here, cancels out. Circle here, no circle here, stays. So in the middle, there's a circle here, no circle here, should be a circle there. Circle here, cancels out. Circle here, cancels out. No circle here, should be a circle there. And the answer that makes sense is B. Got it? Question number 32. Again, we've done a very similar question before. 1, 2, 3. Oh, sorry. Oh, 1, 3, 5, 7, and it should be 9 at the bottom, correct? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and it's C. But for the other pattern, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 0. So 8, 6, 4, 2, 0. So I'll do this 1 and 2. 1 goes plus 2, plus 2, plus 2. 2 goes minus 2, minus 2, minus 2. And they go zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. Fairly straightforward. Question number 33. We have, let's see. Okay. This one, just by looking at it, you could assume that this first image is the same as this last image. So that means the next image has to look like this. Let's see if any of the answers make sense to that. And it does. Option A does. And there you go. That saves you a lot. Oh, someone wanted a screenshot. Okay, yeah, you can screenshot here. 32, the answer is C. All right. So 33, it is fairly easy to solve it like that. Now, if you want to know how the pattern works, let's take a look. So in the top row, I can see that this black dot is going -1, -1, and then it goes back to here, and it's going -1. So the top row, all the colors are going back, sorry, it's going left 1. The middle row, it's also going left 1, left 1, left 1. Okay, that helps. It goes left 1, left 1, left 1. And the bottom row is going right 1, right 1, right 1 each time. So if you look at it, it's going right 1, right 1, right 1, like that.
Kind of confused.
Excuse me, Melvin, how do you know that it is column or row? Is there a faster way than just look row by row to see if it makes sense than look column by column? There's no way to like really know which way is the pattern moving at. I'm assuming you're talking about a question like 31, right, Felix?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there isn't a way you can really tell straight away. What I normally do, like the way I think about it, is the people who make the questions, they're also humans, right?
Yeah.
And they obviously speak English, right? And English, you read it left to right. And because of that, they will have a bias in their head where when they're making questions, they're more likely to make questions that go like this than to make questions that go like this. Obviously, they'll change it up every now and then, But most of the time, I'm pretty sure if you look through the textbook, like in the answer key and stuff, most of the time the pattern is actually just going across like this. So that's why I go across first and then I go down next.
Okay.
But unfortunately, there's nothing you can really do to tell straight away. You just have to try it out.
Thank you.
Understand? Yeah. Calvin, I can see you have your hand up. If you send it in the chat, I'm happy to answer the question, but then I won't take questions over the microphone.
Okay.
Question number 34. So, looking across, you can see that the number of each shape is changing. So what that tells me is that this has to be one of those like number-based patterns where like the numbers of these shapes matter, right? So let's see if it makes sense. So we have 4 triangles, 1 triangle, 4 triangle, 3 triangle, 1 triangle, 2 triangle, 1 triangle. 4 plus 4 plus 1 is 9. 3 plus 2 plus 1. Is 6. 1, 0. That doesn't help as much. 4, 3, 1. 4 minus 3 is 1. Yeah. 1 minus 2 should be 1. 4 minus 1 should be 3. But that doesn't make much sense. Okay. The triangle doesn't make any sense to me at this stage. Let's see if the arrows make any sense. I mean, circles make any sense. Oh, the circles are pretty easy, I think. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 4, 3, 4, maybe 7. So the circles look like they're adding across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, the circle makes sense. And then the arrow, does the arrow have any pattern? Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Yeah, down. That makes sense. So what's the pattern for the triangles? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 1. Let's do a different color. 4, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 0. 1 plus 3, 4, maybe. But then 0 plus 2, 1. Anyone able to figure out the triangle pattern?
Me.
What do you think, Doshi?
Well, so in the rows, the first row adds up to 9, and then the second one adds up to 6.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that the third row should add up to 3, because it might decrease by
Yes.
3 every time.
Good. But then that wouldn't work with our answer. So we found the answer. The answer is C. Maybe, I mean, the triangle could just be a distraction, honestly. Let's see if it is a distraction or not. Left box minus middle gives the number of, oh no, left box plus middle gives the number of circles. No, I think the triangles is just a distraction. It doesn't make any sense. 4 and then, oh wait, this is 1, right? And then 2, 2. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I think we have it. All right. In the left, we have, let's see, we have 4 triangles, 1 triangle, and then 4 triangle. Okay, no, I thought I had it, but I don't have it. Okay, never mind. We have the answer. I think the triangles are just a
Melvin?
random distraction.
Melvin,
Yeah,
about the triangles,
yeah.
like first row is 4, 1, 4,
Mhm.
and then for the second row it's 3, 2, 1, and then for the third one I think it's meant to be 1, 9, 1.
No, see that's not a logical pattern. Like this is the thing. You can find patterns that might make sense, but that we don't like to say that that's a correct pattern just because it's not a solid, pattern. It has to have, what do you say? It has to be robust. Like 414, then it should have been 313 or then 101. But then because it's changing around, we can accept that. I mean, so C.
Melvin.
So send it in the chat. I'm excited to see what your patterns are or what you think it is, but send it in the chat. I'm pretty sure it's just probably just a random distraction. All right. Question number 35. Let's take a look. We have these two triangles. So it's facing up, down, and the next triangle should face up. So the answer can't be C. Oh, sorry. The answer can't be A, and it can't be D. So it can't be these two. Next, the background, it goes diamond, square, diamond, square, and then it should be diamond again. Oh, so same B and C. Then we have black on the diamond, sorry, gray, gray, black, black. Next one should be gray. So the answer is C. Cancel out B. Back to C. And then the background, it is black, black, gray, gray. Next one should be black. So that's the pattern for question number 35. Do you guys understand?
Yep.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we have finished abstract reasoning. Now, in the WhatsApp group, I've sent your parents. We've gone through reading comprehension. I've sent you the video for quantitative reasoning. We've gone through that. And then also you've gone through that in class as well. And we've gone through abstract reasoning as well. I will take a break now. So for 5 minutes. And then afterwards, if you don't have any more questions, you guys can leave. Enjoy your holidays. Hope, this is your final Zoom class for the holidays. And then we come back in February. If you still have any questions, anything else you want to stay back out, and then we can go through it, right? But I just want to say for the people who will be leaving after the break, it was really fun teaching you guys, and I'll see you guys next term. All right. 5 minutes break. Everyone come back at 6 p.m. sharp. Okay. All right.
Bye, Melvin. See you
Whilst
next
we're
time.
going on break as well, I won't be here, so I'm going to go get some water as well. So make sure you stay muted, and then when I'm back, we can go through any questions you guys have.
அம்மா அம்மா ஏதோ சுஷ்மா வரத்தை பத்தி பேசுனீங்க.
All right. Okay. So, starting off with okay, guys. So I'm back. If you guys have any questions, send it to me in the chat. Aryan, are you here?
Yes.
Aryan Tanisha?
Yeah.
Yeah, who's your teacher this week?
In Willerton,
Yeah.
Saturday class, 10 to 12.
So who was it? Was it a guy, a girl?
A guy.
Is it Aditya?
Yeah.
AK?
Mhm.
Is there anyone else from your class here in the Zoom today?
I don't know.